Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Toyin Umesiri. How are you doing? I'm so glad to be here today. I see Neto saying hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Where are you joining us from? Wow, the weekend was, how do you describe your weekend? Mine was like up and down, but I'm glad it's Monday. It's Monday, and I want to welcome you to Live with Toyin. This is the first time I want to do a 5-day Live with Toyin. We have various topics we want to cover this week because there's just so much to share. The last 2 weeks has been extremely busy with different activities we had. With the AFCFTA roundtable. If you've not watched that, you need to watch that. I hosted the chief economist from World Bank, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. We had representation from the African Union, Brookings Institution, and then the South African Embassy. And then we also had various African embassies represented at the event, and the report will be coming out in a couple of weeks. And then October 10th, I also hosted a training that was really massive in terms of training economic officers, government officials from various embassies and various foreign missions and ministries of trade and foreign affairs. And then we basically covered, it was almost 3 hours long, um, basically delivering trade and investment facilitation masterclass within the context of, AFCFTA and emerging opportunities. Because basically, with the emerging opportunities, we have to arm ourselves with the right information, with the right knowledge, with the right expertise, with the right network. So I see more people joining us. Please drop your say hi. I see Bemini saying hi. Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning. I see Emmanuel Kufre Walter. Is that Ghanaian? I suspect that could be a Ghanaian name. So good afternoon if you're in Ghana. I see Edison Corella saying hi. Is that Spanish? Hello. Welcome everyone. So yes, this week is going to be special. I'm going to be on every day. Let's see how it goes. So stay tuned. So today I want to talk about the road to prosperity, right? The road to prosperity. It's a journey, people. It's a journey. And the question for you is, are you on that journey? Are you on that road? And I'll share a little bit about my background, how I fared into this space, and then also give you some insights in terms of what we're doing to support you and how I think you could also help yourself. Oh, Loretta is saying, greetings, Toyin from Harlem, New York City. Hi. How are you people doing in New York? I see so many people joining us from all over. Again, please say hi. Good morning. It's 9:35 here in Chicago. And I know it's afternoon in different time zones. And I just want to say I appreciate you. Emmanuel is joining from Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. Stay safe. Stay safe, Emmanuel. I've been watching what's going on in Nigeria really, really closely. Tommy Moya, I apologize. Um, he said, "Good work always." Oh, thank you. I really do appreciate that. Every time we get feedback, I tell you, it warms my heart because this is something I put all of my heart and mind and soul, everything into to advance trade with Africa, to engage, to empower, to inform. I tell people that I want the people that follow my work to be the most brilliant minds, right? To not be in the dark. So, for example, when I hosted the AFCFTA roundtable, what we found out is that in terms of AFCFTA roundtable, yeah, yes, you can have it. Yes, that's my daughter. Basically, when I hosted the AFCFTA roundtable, what we found is that the African Continental Free Trade Agreement is creating incredible opportunities, but people don't know where to go for knowledge, right? Like, where do you go? The information is all over, is scattered all over. So what we decided to do was to launch the AFCFTA roundtable, and this is a quarterly. It's going to be a quarterly engagement. So my daughters want some help. she's trying to have a snack. Okay, so so basically, we're all managing all of the current scenario right now. So basically, when you think about AFCFTA roundtable, that information, that knowledge is all over the place, right? It's all over. So the roundtable is a quarterly engagement where we're going to be bringing what I call the people at the forefront of implementing the AFCFTA, bringing them together and they share knowledge. So if you've not watched the AFCFTA roundtable that we hosted, it was about 2 hours plus long of the World Bank, Brookings Institution, African Union, United Nations Conference on Trade and Administration, South African Consulate, and myself sharing. This is it. This is where we are. African Union shared with us the timeline in terms of what's going on with the extraordinary summit of the heads of state in December, and then the launch in January 1. So what we do is we bring this knowledge to you. So basically, we also say that we want you. So when it comes to prosperity and the road to prosperity, so for those of us that started our career in the workplace, I'll tell you, for example, I've always strived to be the best at whatever I do. So even when building a professional career, you have to invest in yourself. You have to, embark on training, personal development. You have to get into the right space. You know what you do to maintain your professional development. So the question I want to pose to you is, what are you doing to guarantee prosperity for yourself and your nation? Like, are you investing in yourself? Are you growing? Are you immersing yourself in the right community? Because I tell you, the world of professional growth, which I built a strong, solid career, a professional career. For over a decade, I worked in corporate America. And at the the world's largest company, Walmart, at the headquarters. So when it comes to professional accomplishments, I've done that. I've been there, I've done that. And I know I invested, I put my heart and soul into that as well. So when I shifted into this space, trust me, I wasn't going to not do the same. I went all out. And those that have been following my work for the past couple of years, you've seen the growth, you've seen the investment, you've seen the consistency, you've seen, and that is what I'm encouraging people to do, to say the road to prosperity requires you to invest in yourself. And how I wish that somebody like myself would have offered themselves to me when I started this journey. It would have taken me shorter time to accomplish what I'm accomplishing, I think. So for me, it's like one of the things we're now doing with the trade and investment facilitation masterclass is realizing that it's not enough to talk about trade. It's not enough to talk about investment. A lot of people, we bring people together, we engage, we have our network. If you're not aware about our network, check it out. We have our network as well. And we say it's now time to arm yourself with skills, know how to be a part of trade and investment, because the African region is growing really fast. It's going to grow. The numbers show, in terms of the youth population, in terms of by 2050, the population on the continent would have doubled. Urbanization, the middle class is growing really fast on the continent, faster in some places, in some nations than the other. Sectors are growing. So the growth potential of Africa is huge, whether in agriculture, infrastructure development, supply chain, e-commerce, technology, every aspect. People come and say, Tony, where should I look at? I tell them, let's look at it. What's your background? Where do you want to play? So everybody watching this now, or that will be watching it after, where are you going to play? And how do you arm yourself with the right knowledge? And that's what our trade and investment facilitation masterclass is about. So the masterclass, what we did was, or let me just say what I did was, I divided it into two. We had a masterclass first. That was, I think, August, September. I hosted one strictly for private sector. So business people, trade experts, that was successful. And then I built on top of that. And the one we held on October 10th was purely for policy makers in terms of government officials, their role in advancing trade and investment, how they should partner, how they should work, what the opportunities are, things that they should do. So now we've also now established a new one that is going to be private sector and public sector together, right? So I'm merging the two now, and it's going to be next week, I believe. And sign up is now available. So go visit, let me put, go visit nazaru.com and go ahead and sign up right now. You do not want to miss it, because if you're interested in being a part of this emerging opportunity when it comes to trade with Africa, commercial opportunities on the continent, and building individual and national wealth, this is where you want to be. Because I've taken lessons learned from years, from engaging with various stakeholders, from investors to policy leaders to private sectors to trade experts to people from around the world, and saying, hey, this is our matching order. These are the opportunities. This is how you engage. This is how you position yourself, your brand, your services, your product to become part of that emerging opportunities. Okay. So today was just talking about road to prosperity. Are you on that road to prosperity? Are you? Yes or no? Let me know. What are you doing to empower and strengthen yourself? Your depth of knowledge, your breadth of knowledge. How are you playing in that space? Or are you just sitting on the sideline and watching us do our thing? And that's okay. Just be clear that the people on the sideline are not going to be, they're not going to benefit from this. Being on the sidelines, some people watch things happen, some people make things happen. Which one are you? Those that are just sitting watching things happen are not going to be a part of the opportunity. That's just how life is. I mean, it's not me, it's how life is. It's, you can talk about it, it will make you feel good, but if you're not engaging, if you're not showing up, if you're not forming partnerships, if you're not in our trade network, people are already doing business right now. People are already writing contracts. People are already establishing themselves. And what I've seen, learning from one of my mentors in Vietnam, she told me, 15 years ago, all it took them was 15 years to be where they are today. 15 years ago, Vietnam was, according to her, Vietnam was where what we are saying about Africa is right now. And she said basically those opportunities that they had in Vietnam to build businesses, to invest in manufacturing and all of that, said those opportunities are no longer available for new players. But the people who took the risk 15 years ago in Vietnam, they're the ones that now own the market. And she said Africa is the same. All the opportunities you're seeing right now, encouraging people to invest, encouraging people to come together to invest in manufacturing, in supply chain, in value chain, whether food, whether farm to market, in the agriculture value chain, all of the things we do at the Trade with Africa Business Summit and the Trade with Africa Network. All of those things we talk about and that we are now putting together in form of masterclasses, teaching people, those things are now. If you say let me wait, well, you see what's going to happen. So last week I was just so excited to see Shola and Ezra of Paystack. I don't know how many people watched that happen. Of Paystack, they just got acquired by Stripe for $200 million. And the reality is, for me personally, I watched it happen. They happen to be, friends of my younger brother. And I remember 5 years ago when they were in Silicon Valley in Y Combinator, and my brother would be like, oh, we're in Silicon Valley. And I was listening to all of these things. Last week I also had Inyoluwa Aboyeji, who is one of the most phenomenal, entrepreneurs. And last year we actually gave him Entrepreneur of the Year award last year on our platform, the Trade with Africa Business Summit. And last week I had him last Tuesday. If you've not watched that video, please go watch it on YouTube. Right? I had him talk about entrepreneurship, wealth creation, the challenges, the opportunities. How do you engage with investors? So for me as well, I love listening to these game changers because I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm also sharing. So are you on this journey? Are you on this journey to creating wealth, to creating prosperity? During the masterclass I also held with government officials, I also tried to share that resource-rich nations, in terms of the money and revenue earned there, it's not built to trickle to the hands of the people. The way people build prosperity is through, obviously, trade, business, whether local, regional, or global. But also, if you want to just sustain yourself going into the industry, if there are businesses that are big enough to absorb as much people and employ as much people, then you get that as well. And then I also gave them an example of China. And I said China as actually China now has more millionaires. They've actually created more millionaires in the last 20 to 30 years of China's existence than they did in the last 200 years. Again, China now has created more millionaires, billionaires as well, in the last 20 to 30 years than the last 200 years that they've existed. So you need to see the power of trade. What did China do? What has China done to create such massive wealth for its people? And that's what's possible for African nations. And I am super excited to be a part of it, right? To be a part of leading this conversation as well. So that's what I have for today. Um, I don't know if there are more questions, but please do reach out if you have questions or you want to be a part of our network. Let me put that information right now. The network is Trade with Africa Network, and it's www.nazaru.trade. And that network, you're going to find people from all over the world already engaging, partnering. One thing I do want to advise is once you get in, update your profile with your picture, your bio, because people go in there and they search by your location, your expertise, your name, whatever you've put in your bio, people actually search for you by that. Okay. And when you do reach out, if your bio is not complete, people don't know what you're looking for. So go to our platform, network, join, start engaging. We have a lot of knowledge also immersed. So that's where we keep our information, content, trade information. We put it in that network because on social media, when I share, if I share this now today, it might last 24 hours, but people that come a month from now, they're not going to find it. But we've been able to catalog a lot of the relevant information, like videos from our past engagement, past things there, and we've found ways to make it searchable and by filter as well. So that's it right there. And if you want to check my own personal website just to learn a little about me, it's www.toyinumesiri.com. And do let me know what you would like me to talk about again. But I hope you're going to sign up for the trade and investment facilitation masterclass. Go sign up now. Okay. It's going to be next week and you do not want to miss it because we've basically crystallized a lot of years of knowledge, years of information into that masterclass. And you're also going to be connecting with people from around the world that care about the same thing you care about. So if there are no more questions for now, please do reach out and let me know. The best way, I tell you, I see people saying, I just saw a comment now for me to answer DM. DM is the last place I check. Please forgive me for that. If you want me to respond, if you want my team to respond as quickly as possible, the way to make it formal, official, is to send us an email. info@nazaru.com. If you want the best response, please, because the DMs are filled with things that has to be filtered out. We're working on it. We're working on it. I have to, and there are DMs all over, and we're working on it. So I do apologize for that. But the quickest way to reach out is through email, and you also find this email on the my profile descriptions because that's really the best way to know that this is an official inquiry. Okay, so on that note, I'll look forward to hearing from you. Do go sign up for the Trade and Investment Facilitation Masterclass. I probably would add the information, but you can also find it on our website as well. And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Have a great day.
fire, 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 fire.